it? Okay, just waiting for some people to come in. I don't know if my link actually listed everywhere, but I am very hopeful that it did. So I'm just waiting for someone to pop up. Someone, anyone. There's one person. Let me know when you can hear me so that oh, now there is 7 people. Whoa, that just kind of jumped. Hi, Emily. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Pretty Angel Jackson. Hi, Kimmy. Cool. Just waiting for some people to come in. I'm not doing a really like a long video today. I just wanted to throw some. I know that I literally keep doing these little. I want to throw something out there to you kind of videos, but a lot just keeps happening and it's kind of crazy. But I just do not want to spoil this video with like all the information. But I'm just kind of excited about some things. So I'm just kind of waiting for people to pop in. I wanted to get on here kind of early before it gets like too late and then people miss it. And I guess it doesn't really matter if it's missed, just so long as people hear it, because I leave all the lives up now. So just kind of waiting for some people to pop in. Hope everybody's doing well. It's like the time is speeding up. It's going so fast. Just waiting, just waiting. I had someone commenting on my last video saying that they thought that I was just repetitive and these videos were boring, but I'm sorry if it's that way. I really don't like hearing myself speak at all, but it's just I feel like for me it's just imperative that I talk about things before I do anything else. It's just easier for me that way. So I'm sorry if it's kind of boring and repetitive, but I just like doing it this way. Maybe there are not going to be a lot of people in here today. I don't know. So I'll see if it gets to 15. And if it does, then I'll just go ahead and start. If not, in the next 5 minutes, I'll just start talking to whoever's in here and everybody else can catch it later. I don't think notifications are really going off. So, how's everybody doing? How is everybody? Hello? No one's typing. Oh my God. I think I might start doing Facebook Lives. I'm great. Yeah, there's nothing to do in Las Vegas either. Super boring. I actually went for a ride around today. I went down to the strip and it was completely empty. It looks so creepy down there. There was like no people. It's so surreal to see Las Vegas completely empty. Okay, I guess people just aren't coming, so I'm just gonna get started. All right. So I have been really trying to focus on content for my documentary. Um, and then just trying to like figure things out. I just really feel like with so much time that we have to be able to just express and talk about all this stuff, all things Michael Jackson, all things hoax, I think it's important to put, good material out. And I think it's good for I think this is a time where I feel like even though in my lives there's not a lot of people that come in here, I do get all the views. So I feel like this is a time to be very vocal. And I think I have the platform that I really want in terms of having the kind of people that I want to view my content around. So I really just I'm trying to like take care with what I'm talking about, what I'm sharing, because I feel like people who value it deserve to see it. So that's what I've been kind of doing the past couple of days. But today I had seen that I don't this video really isn't about like Peter, but I do follow Peter Madani on uh Facebook, and I saw that he had posted some photos of some wine. I guess the wine said Jesus juice or whatever. And I just seen the pictures. I really, whatever. I'm not gonna give my opinion on that, but I saw the pictures because someone had told me about that, and I saw in the comment that something about Paris was going to be playing Jesus Christ in a new movie. So I was like, "Whoa, really? That's interesting." Um, so I actually Googled it, and then I will post what I found. One second here. I'm gonna just post this really quick so that you guys can see it. And I have to get a better program so I can load photos on here faster, but this is what I have right now. So I'm gonna post this, what I found. Oh my God, where the fuck is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So when I Googled it, I actually saw that she is in fact, oh my God, you can't even see the whole thing. Wait a second, let me see if I can zoom out of this. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out. Okay. So see, Paris Jackson stars Jesus in an upcoming indie movie called Habit. So apparently Paris is going to be playing um Jesus Christ in a new movie. And it's from what I was reading, it's like it's an indie film, and she is supposedly like a party girl that I don't know if she's a party girl that becomes, like, fascinated with Jesus. I don't know. There's you guys can read about the synopsis. I don't wanna talk about too much in here concerning it because I'm going to be doing a whole video on this, but I thought it was very, very interesting that this is happening, and I guess people who really know me, who really follow me, can understand that, like, when I saw that, like, why that has such a profound effect on me. Well, we've both seen this stuff for years. I mean, we've a lot I think a lot of people have seen this stuff going on for years, but I don't think people have been able I have personally I don't know why my notifications are not going off for people, that's so weird. I don't know why people I think we all have a perception on this whole thing, and I don't wanna spend time because I can't really, like I don't wanna spend time on microphone talking about my exact perception of why all this is happening because it's gonna be very good material for my video, and I think my take on this whole thing is just something this is okay, I'll get into all that in a minute. Okay, 1 second. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so I had seen that, yeah, so she's going to be playing Jesus Christ in a movie, that's coming out this year. Now I just spoke about Paris's whenever Heal the World came out, it was on her birthday that Heal the World came out, okay? The date of her the day that this she had her 22nd birthday, which is 11/11, and that the fact that the numbers adding up for the date of the premiere of the video was up. We're not gonna get into all that. I'll explain that later. I'll talk about that later. um, That okay, so it was her birthday, and, it was 11 years Paris was 11 years old when Michael left. I don't wanna rehash all this, but basically, I had spoken in my previous video about the significance of, her birthday, the date that Heal the World came out, all these things. So, I wanna show you guys something, and I probably shouldn't even show this 'cause it's gonna be in my video, but I wanted to, like, show you kind of where I'm going with this. So Paris did a Rolling Stone cover in 2000 and I think it was 2014, and this was the cover that she did. 1 second. Oh my god, why is it taking me to these weird things? Okay. So this was the cover that Paris did for Rolling Stone in 2015. Um, so she had done this cover, and, the cover was very controversial for many reasons, because there's a very popular photo of Jesus Christ in which he is depicted this way with his finger pointing up, halo behind his head. I know when I saw it, I noticed it immediately. I was like, "Holy shit, like, that's crazy." And people were like, "Oh my god, that's, like, so blasphemous. What is she doing? Blah, blah, blah." I'm gonna get into all that in my video, like, what all this is about. This is so much bigger than what you guys can even imagine what it is, but, so I will show you guys a side by side of, the side by side of the photo that is popular, one second here. Yeah, let me show you the side by side of it. Oh wait, why did it not save? What the hell is going on here? Give me one second. Ugh, I can't believe this isn't saved. Hold on a minute. Oh, I didn't save it. That's why. Genius. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the side by side, and you will see how crazy this is. So it's a popular photo of Jesus Christ, and clearly in the photo, she is definitely mimicking Jesus by the way that she is standing, the halo behind her head. And when this came out, it was just very, very, very extremely controversial. People were just like, "What the fuck is Paris thinking?" Blah blah blah. Paris has been very vocal uh, about her stance on Christianity, what she thinks about Christianity, what she thinks about God, Jesus, all that stuff. She's been very vocal about it. So people figured that she was just being kind of like blasphemous, whatever. And I just want to tell you guys that I'm going to do a video about this. The subject that been wanting to breach for a long time um, definitely relates, but this Paris playing Jesus Christ in a film, no matter what the capacity of the film is not a coincidence. I have been telling people for a very long time that I had this discussion with my roommates today. I was talking to them and I was telling them, like, everybody, so many people have like this very skewed idea of Michael Jackson and like has this idea about who Michael Jackson is. Michael Jackson is a person that had global influence, which means his music touched the hearts of many people, no matter what their color was, their age, their gender, no matter who they were, no matter what. You can go to the furthest pocket of the world and find a Michael Jackson fan. Michael Jackson had global influence. And that is something that is very beneficial to people who want to do things to harm people. But it's also, if these very people who wanted to chemically, or I'm sorry, like biologically engineer him to put negative content out there and to have bad influence on people to push their agenda, then that was one thing. But if he took his global influence and tried to use it for positive things, to bring awareness to the world, to bring awareness to things that's happening, that was a very big threat for Michael, or for these establishments. Hey, stop it. Come here, puppy. That sit down. That was a very, very big problem that he faced. Um, so they always crucify those people. Yes, exactly. Misty. So I feel like all of these, and I this stuff with Paris that I'm posting right now is very, very like a very, very small drop in the water for what I believe is the whole bigger picture about Michael Jackson, what he tried to talk about. People have for years always asked me, like, why do you always single Paris out? What is this thing that you have, this fixation that I don't have a fixation with Paris. I never have. But from the very first time that I started doing videos and doing content, I always felt like I believe that Michael loves all of his children. I think all of his children are very important to him, very just everything. I mean, they're his kids. He loves his children. But I always felt like with this particular situation that happened with Michael, I always felt like Paris was the person that we always had to kind of pay attention to. I don't know if it's just something that I don't know if these are things that are planned, or these are just things that are unfolding by design. I don't know. But I've always felt that we had to kind of pay attention to Paris because I always felt like for whatever reason there was emphasis placed on her in this whole entire thing. I don't know why he chose to kind of single her out. I don't know. I think I know why. I have a theory, but people who are in this community who investigate have often kind of a lot of people have been really disrespectful when it comes to Paris. Said very disrespectful things about her. Um, they in a sense kind of ignore her, kind of ignore her significance, kind of ignore that she's important in all this. But she is important in all of this. Paris is extremely important, and I think if a lot of people actually took the be, she can't speak for her father. Michael's his own person, and Paris is her. You don't know why people. You don't know why people exist or why they're here. And people all are so fixated on Michael. And I understand why you're fixated on Michael Jackson. He is the star. This is his show. This is about Michael. But you have to understand that people have other destinies in life. Michael Jackson was predestined to be the world's greatest entertainer. That was his path, right? To be the world's greatest entertainer, to be this magical, ethereal person. But you don't know why that is. Nobody knows why we all have a purpose here on this planet. We all have a purpose for being here. No matter what that purpose is, we can't run from our fate. We don't know why Michael was placed here. We don't know what ultimately his face was meant to be, his fate to be. So I say that to say that a long time ago, it was important for me to kind of set aside my preconceived notions about everything and realize this. A lot of people will still look at Paris playing Jesus Christ in a movie as being like fucked up, a joke, not serious, her just being disrespectful, blasphemous, because they're Christians. They believe that it's disrespectful because they have their religious associations. But to me, in order to really understand anything, you have to remove your own personal. One thing about me, I've always removed my own personal beliefs and thoughts about Michael from what I was doing. I have never been the kind of person that has ever interjected my own personal feelings about Michael into my investigation. I've never done that because you can't. You cannot you cannot cater Michael to your perception of him. You can't. I don't know Michael Jackson on the level of knowing everything he would say, do, think. I see people all the time just like honestly, like, really saying things that he would do. He would not do this because of this. He would do that because of that. You don't know that. You do not know him. You don't know what he would do. You have a perception on Michael Jackson based off of interviews that he gave, things that he might have said. But it's common sense that I am a person, I'm one way around my family, one way around people that I work with, one way around investors, one way around people that I volunteer for, one way around. People are different depending on who. I'm not saying you're a different person completely, but the perceptions that people have of you is always going to be, yes, I remember that. Tanya, yes. It's all perception. The first thing someone said in here was Jesus was a woman, or Jesus was a man. No one's saying that Jesus Christ isn't a man. We know that. But I believe that Jesus Christ, when he is touching your heart and when he is comforting you, when he's supporting you, I believe Jesus takes on the image of whatever you want him to be. That's God. To me, just in general, that's how God is. God is to me whoever. I'm going too deep with this. I don't really want to talk about this on here, but I just feel like there are things that people. I don't really know what people are doing. A lot of people just kind of don't believe in the death hoax. They don't really care about it anymore. And it kind of makes me sad because so many things that are happening right now are so integral to everything we've been investigating for years. I would say that if you were not around the very first 6 to 9 months that this happened, it's probably hard for you to understand a lot of stuff. People who came into this investigation like a year or two later, yes, you've been around for a long time, but you missed very integral things. People have different ways of investigating what happened to Michael. I've never been a person that gives a shit about clues. Many people are going to start coming back to the hoax community because people who are paying attention are going to start seeing things. But I have been the one that has been saying a lot of stuff that's happening right now. A lot of things I tried to get on a spiritual level with people years ago. When I started talking, people were like, "You're crazy. That's crazy," because they have this perception and idea of Michael, and they would never let it get past what they think. That's the first thing that people have to stop doing. You have I understand that you love Michael, that you're a fan of Michael's, that you love his music, that you respect him, that you defend him, that you love him, you care about him, you honor him. I get that. But if you want to truly understand what the hell happened to Michael Jackson, you have got to let go of preconceived notions that you have about him. I am not this is completely separate from the entertainer. I am not trying to take Michael's amazing talent from him. I'm not trying to take his humanitarianism. I know Michael Jackson is like probably one of the biggest humanitarians that ever existed. He has done so much for people, for humanity, for the world, for Earth. But I see, yeah, the perception of Michael is the reason why they can't see him. They can't see, people cannot see Michael. They can't see him. He has millions and millions and millions and millions of fans, but I see people who are so talented when it comes to investigative work, who waste so much time on being obsessed with a perception of Michael. What do you hope to gain from that? What do you hope to gain from just being obsessed with the idea of a person? What is that gonna personally do for you? Would you not rather hear the message of what we need to know versus what makes you feel better? It just amazes me because Michael is his own personal person. Michael has a favorite food. Michael has a song that he loves. He has a taste in woman. He has a favorite color. He has these things that you and I like deal with every day, these things that we think about. Whether you think Michael is dead now, okay, let's make it past tense. Michael had these feelings. Michael had these thoughts as a man. But you guys think about something. You have been on lockdown for mostly everybody in here has been locked down for 2 weeks to 1 month. You see how this feels being stuck in the house, right? Being stuck in the house, you can't do anything, you can't go anywhere. You are feeling fucking stir crazy. You're feeling like, I cannot believe that I cannot just live a normal life. Imagine living like that for 45 years. Imagine taking 45 years of your life and literally not being able to leave your house. It would make you crazy. It would make you insane. Your rationality of things changes, the way you see things, your perceptions of things that you would appreciate or try to understand. The levels of people are, most people right now are really reflecting a lot on who they are. People are looking at their relationships differently. They're looking at their careers. They're looking at things differently because they have the chance to really reflect. So imagine that's your entire life, that you literally cannot do or anything. You can't go anywhere. You can't. This was Michael's life for 45 years. He could not do anything because if he walked out of the door, it was a mob of people. It was this, it was that. And I was outside. I was like, oh my God, all these people wearing gloves and fucking masks. You guys have to understand, like, look in yourselves and look at this. Look at what the fuck is going on. We are living in a real life. You are not crazy for thinking that Michael faked his death. I'm gonna say that. You have always known deep inside of you that something wasn't right. I just want people to be able to collectively start paying attention and seeing what the hell is going on. Paris is playing Jesus Christ in a movie. She is 22 years old. It has been 11 years since Michael left. The movie is called Habit. There's just I'm gonna do this video and I people will probably like get really mad and it will probably be controversial and people will have this perception, but remove me from this because again, I don't even talk about my religious affiliations. I don't talk about my stance. because it's not important what I feel, what I think. I'm removing myself from that in order to bring content to you guys. So I just I just wanted to this is a big thing. This is a big deal. I don't even know if Paris is aware of her role in how things play out. I I don't know if she's aware or not. I don't want people, like, bothering her, or I try not to do, like, stuff about Paris. Hi. Everyone just came in. I'm sorry I missed you. I don't wanna, like, bring out, like, I don't want people bothering Michael's kids. I don't want people bothering her. I don't want people, you know, but there is just a perception on Michael's children that is just it's absolutely mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling, but people I don't even wanna get into that whole discussion, that whole topic, but when you look at Jesus, when you look at the photo of Jesus Christ that we see, you see this the popular image of Jesus Christ is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white male, our savior. And people have this perception of Jesus Christ based on his image. But we all know from looking, and we are educated now in knowing that Jesus Christ is not a white European man. We know that. There is something to be said with all of this. Nothing that Michael Jackson has ever done is by accident, by coincidence. He is very meticulous in planning things. And I'm telling you, this girl, this daughter of his, this is not this is not a coincidence. This is not Paris is so significant in the grand scheme of things. And people, you just don't know. You don't know why people are who they are, why things happen. Michael Jackson's greatest purpose on this earth, I do not believe, was just to only be an entertainer. I believe Michael is a messenger of truth to humanity. I really believe that. I Michael Jackson is 100% a messenger to humanity about the truth, the hidden truth. And I think people are going to really start seeing that. Kimmy, I'm telling you, I have not been a person that has ever been into comebacks. I have never touted that I thought Michael was gonna return, but I am very, very, very fastly changing my mind about that. I really, really am changing my mind about that. I have had so many dreams about Paris and Michael over the past, like, couple of years, but the scariest dream that I ever had was last year. I mean, I woke up so upset. I had a dream that something happened to Paris. I don't know if she was killed or if she was hurt, but I remember I was standing by a cave, and Michael came out of this cave, and I was there was a big crowd of people. It was like thousands of people, and they were all standing around yelling and upset. And Michael came out of this cave, and I was like, "Michael, what are you doing? You can't come out here. Everyone's gonna see you." And he was like, "I don't." He was really upset. He was like, "I don't care. I don't care. I have to get to my daughter." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And everyone had these signs, and they were holding these signs. On these signs, it was like Paris's name and her photo. It was all over these signs, and people started freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson." And he was like pushing his way through the crowd, and people were at first they were excited, but as he kept going through the crowd, they started getting angry and angry and angry and angry. And they started like hitting him and punching him and kicking. And I was trying to like cover him up. I was like, "No, you can't come out here." And he made his way into a police station. And when he got to this police station, there was a police officer at the desk. And I went to the police station with him. The people didn't come in with him. He got into the police station by himself. And when he got in, this he's like he was like sobbing. And he was like, "Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Where is she?" And the police officer was like, "Michael Jackson, you're not supposed to be dead." And he was like, "Where is my daughter? Where is she?" And I was like trying to like get him to leave the police station. And I remember waking up and I was so upset. I mean, this dream, like I was so upset about this dream. I was like shaking, I was sweating. I was like, "Oh my God." I just don't know what exactly is going to happen, but I'm telling you, Michael, they are I don't know if they're going here I don't know if Michael is going to actually return or if they are going to try to like do something to use him as a distraction. I don't know. But I feel like there's going to be very, very big, significant news about Michael before this year ends. In particular, I think in the summer, like July. I feel in my body that they're going to do something with Mike. I don't know if I don't know if Michael is going to come back. I don't know if Michael is gonna release a video. I don't know if he's gonna like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I honestly in my heart believe that something is gonna happen with Michael and the world is going to find out that he is not dead or that he did not die on June 25th. And I feel like whatever this is, it's around I think it's centered around Paris. Yes. I think it's very much surrounded around Paris. I think something I don't know if Paris is gonna like mistakenly like leak something or I hate to say I don't want to make speculation, but I feel like Paris is going to like do something and people are going to find out that Michael is alive. And I think it's going to be verifiable, like dead ass a video or something. And people are going to be flipping the fuck out about it. And when that happens, you will see my YouTube channel close down because I want no parts of that bullshit. But I'm telling you guys, if that happens, I'm gone. I want no parts of that shit show. That's what I think too. That's what something is going to happen where Michael is going to feel an injustice and he is going to appear. And I know that probably sounds people are going to be like this year has been so crazy so far. I'm telling you, this year is going to be some shit. It's a year of revealing things, seeing things. And I believe that people are going to find out that Michael's ass is not it's not gone. Maybe they're going to dig up his body for something and he's not going to be in there. Something is going to happen surrounding Paris and Michael, and people are going to find out that Michael is alive. I really and when that happens, like all hell is gonna, like Eliza Minnelli said, all hell's gonna break loose. Yes, she's gonna play Jesus Christ in a movie, Shell. It shit's gonna hit the fan. Shit's gonna hit the fan, and when it does, I do you guys want to hear my theory? I told my roommates my theory about what I think happened with Michael. Do you guys Yes! Oh my god, Archie's daddy, yes. That oh my god, yes, an empty coffin would be like Jesus' empty tomb. Dude, yo, this is why I love talking to you guys because I vibe with you. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, let me tell you guys here's what I think happened. People always ask me who are non-believers, always ask me, why the hell do you think Michael Jackson would do this? Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I think happened. I think I if you guys go back to my very first photo that I ever posted on my very first video that I ever did, I did on September 5th, 2009. Okay. I have a theory that I believe that Michael Jackson, after the last trial, I think Michael Jackson was going to make a documentary. And I think this documentary was going to be about how the media will take a story and run with it. I believe that Michael was going to do the This Is It show, but I think he was only going to do a couple of shows. But I think that Michael was planning on doing a death hoax in London. I think he felt it was safe I think he was gonna do the death hoax in London because it would have been easier for him to get away with certain things being overseas. I think Michael was gonna do I think he was gonna do a couple of shows, which I think the shows were gonna be heavy with messages, information about what we need to know. I think it was gonna be a real show, but I think the reason why This Is It was being filmed, the rehearsals, is because I believe that Michael was going to do a documentary about the media lying about shit, okay? I think he was gonna collapse and do a death hoax in London, and he was gonna film the fallout, film how they lie, how they make things up, how they run. I think all of that was planned, and I think part of that documentary was going to be him return and proving a point about how the media lies on him. But I believe that something went wrong in that fucking house that night. I believe that Michael had a double, maybe a person that actually was. I think it was going to be a huge story. I think there was a person that was actually terminally ill or that was sick or something that was going to be a part of this. That was an impersonator of some kind. I believe that that person was at Michael's house. That person may have actually been a person that was sick. Something was going on, and I think that that story about Conrad Murray is true. I think Conrad Murray was supposed to be watching that person, and that person died. I think when that shit happened, I think Michael was called. Just like Randy Phillips came to that fucking house because Prince said he saw Randy at the house. That Prince told Latoya that Randy was at Michael's house that night. I think when that person died, okay, Michael freaked. He went to that house. Randy Phillips was notorious for being abusive to Michael. Okay, I think Randy Phillips went to that house. I think Michael was hysterical. I think all hell broke loose in that fucking house. And I think Randy Phillips told him, "You cost me money." Because I think Randy Phillips said to him, "You were gonna," I don't think Randy Phillips knew about Michael doing this death hoax. I think Michael signed those contracts, but he was never going to fulfill those contracts because it was going to be a documentary. I think when Randy Phillips found out what Michael was doing in that house, he probably fucking threatened him. He probably said, "You are going to be known for not only being responsible for someone's death, but you're also going to, people are going to think they're going to know that you're a fraud, that you were going to defraud them. You were going to have a fake show using a double." I think that that night, Randy Phillips told Michael, "You are gonna make my fucking money. You are gonna make my money. You're gonna get my money back. So you're gonna be worth money, whether you're dead or you're alive. You're gonna get my money." And I think Michael was. I think that's why why those cameras are gone. I believe that Michael was threatened in that fucking house that night. That he got threatened. And I think he had no choice but to do this death hoax. But I do not believe it was supposed to go like this. I think that Michael's death hoax, that's why some things align very much with, hi Leslie. That's why some things do align with a death hoax. Some things are very much. That's why there are some things that are planted, but there are some things that don't make sense. I don't believe that this was supposed to happen to Michael Jackson in America. I think Michael was filming a documentary, but everything, I think Conrad Murray did, is responsible for somebody dying in that house that night. When those kids went to the hospital the next day, this is why people said they heard Paris screaming, "Take me with you." I believe that Michael told his kids in that hospital, "I'm leaving," but it was not a part of the plan. The plan was supposed to be something happening to Michael in London that wasn't going to be um it wasn't going to be something that was prolonged. I think he was willing to risk his fans getting upset for a couple of weeks just to prove what the media did to him. I think it was a genius idea, but it went wrong because something happened in that house that night. And Randy Phillips lied. He said I was the last person to see Michael. Maybe he was at that fucking house because Michael Bearden said that he is the one that saw Michael in that parking lot. Told Prince told Latoya that Randy was at that house talking to his daddy. He told Latoya that he heard him. I think that somebody died in that house. I don't think it's a cryogenic body. I don't think that it was a frozen. I don't think that that happened. I think somebody, and I think the reason why they had that heat turn up to warm that body up is because he was dead in that house. That's why Conrad Murray disappeared. Guys, think about it. If Michael planned this death hoax to go this way, it would not be this sloppy. Michael Jackson is immaculate at things that he does. It would not be this sloppy. But I think that that's why it seems like there are people who are in on it, but they're not because they were supposed to be a part of something that he was doing, but it went wrong. I don't think people who were part of This Is It necessarily knew about that part. I think Kenny Ortega knew about it. I think Travis Payne knew about it. I think some people knew about this plan that was going to I think Michael's kids knew about the plan in London, but I do not believe that Michael was supposed to die in Los Angeles. I don't believe that. Something went wrong in that house. It's common sense. Where the hell is the footage? Where is the camera footage? How do you have camera footage of Michael coming home, but there's no footage of anything else? It mysteriously got erased. I I I know it might sound crazy, but this is what I believe happened. This is some unfinished business shit. Michael was not supposed, and I think that maybe he was told like, well, we're gonna go along with this. We're gonna continue. Maybe he was convinced that okay, well, this person really died. Head. They started to see because nope, it was like a loose cannon with Michael, right? It was like nobody really knew. They knew that he had fans, but nobody really knew how the world would react to him dying. I don't know where that is, but some shit happened. I can't prove any of that stuff. Right. And I think that's the reason why there was that full on movie production. Let me show you guys something. Let me see if you remember this picture. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys something. Oh, if I can find this picture. I haven't seen it in years. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Just talk among yourselves. Oh wait, let me do something else. Hold on. Oh, here it is. You cannot fucking tell me why would a photo like this be taken for a show that was supposed to happen? Let me show you guys this photo. Hold on a second. Well, where the hell is my shit? Okay, let me see. Sit down, Jack. Jackson, sit down. Let me show you. Uh, why on earth would this photo? Why would this photo be used for? Why was this photo taken? This is a professional. This is a professional photo, a professional shot that was to be used for something. There's on because I have so much addiction. I'm buffering. Okay. I have so many documents about This Is It, how this was formulated to be a movie. I I don't This Is It was supposed to be a movie, but I don't think things went as planned. Something went wrong. It wasn't proven that he I think what Conrad Murray did leave that room. I do believe that Conrad Murray did actually leave that room. I think that is true. But I don't believe that this is why would he let Conrad Murray go to jail? Why would he let Conrad Murray go to jail? I think Conrad Murray was also paid handsomely to shut his fucking mouth. But Conrad Murray went to jail because he left that person in that room. Or maybe that guy was murdered by Randy Phillips. I don't know. It would be very important. Also, Michael Lloyd's of London, his okay, so Michael's, which is something that I was one that actually discovered this, so people keep talking about it, but I was one that figured it out. As far as that insurance policy with Lloyd's of London, Michael refused to go for his second physical. Do you guys know why Michael refused to go? I think Conrad Murray went to jail. I do. I do think I think Conrad Murray's ass went to jail. I do. I don't think that the conspiracy runs that deep. I don't think that Los Angeles County is in on this. I believe that. I do believe that Conrad Murray went to jail. I think Conrad Murray's ass went to jail because I think somebody died in that house. But that that the reason why Michael did not get that second physical, do you guys know why? Because they wanted a blood panel. They wanted to take a blood panel of Michael to have on that tour. I think they were afraid that because Michael was not going to be the one out there dancing, he didn't want someone to get that blood panel of somebody else that wasn't him. I don't think those bodyguards knew he was faking his death. I think that the one that I spent time with, Bill, I think that Bill kind of is conflicting because Bill, I don't want to get into Bill, but I've hung out with Bill before. And Bill told me things that made me think that he thought Michael was still alive, but then he kind of changed his tune like later. But he has expressed to me things like he said Michael's not coming back. He's not returning. Like why would he say that to me if he thought Michael was dead? But I digress. Like yeah, he is keeping secrets. Um Charlene, whenever Conrad Murray told um Dr. Oz about the body uh being someone different, that was I think when Conrad Murray says shit like that, that is his insurance policy. Whenever they start talking shit about Conrad Murray in public, he goes and says something like that. It's his insurance policy. He makes little comments. Like he also said that Latoya was grabbing Paris's mouth when she was screaming and wouldn't let her scream. He has like little insurance policies, little things that he says so that they won't try to point the finger at him. And that family does not say shit about Conrad Murray. Nothing about him. It was definitely another person. There was definitely a body. There was definitely a body. Definitely a body. I know that like Pearl thinks it's like a cryogenically frozen person, but I don't think that that's the case. I think that was a real life ass person that maybe he was sick. I don't know who the person was. I really don't know who the person was, but I know her facts are very interesting about the missing body that was in the Los Angeles County database. That is interesting, but I dead ass, or maybe the person maybe they did bring a frozen body in and they threatened him because they had his plans. Maybe that's possible. Maybe they did bring a body there to threaten him into submission. I don't know, but maybe Randy found out what Michael was gonna do and he threatened him. Maybe he had all the receipts to prove that he was going to do this hoax. Maybe he's like, I'm going to turn this on you. I have a body. I don't know, but I just feel in my gut that Michael was threatened. I don't know what the body's. I think the body's name was Michael Jackson. Yeah, I think it was. I don't really remember. Yeah, the rabbit hole is very very extensively deep. Missy, I think that Michael was going to be framed for murder. I honestly believe that. I think that when Michael was threatened, he was told, "You are going to be blamed for killing this person." Why was that person? I think something happened to that person in that house, and Michael was. I think he was thinking about his kids, their future, their his. Could you imagine if the world found out that Michael was using an impersonator that died in his fucking house? It would have ruined him. It would have ruined him. His kids, like his whole legacy would have been fucking destroyed. He wouldn't have had a chance to explain to people what he was doing. So I think he agreed to do this that we saw with under the pretext he was going to be allowed to Michael Jackson back to us. The only thing that would actually bring Michael back would be if literally if, something were to happen to one of his kids. Like literally if something happened to Paris or Prince or Blanket, he would be back. But the rabbit hole is deep. So I've been on here for almost an hour. I was supposed to be in here for 10 minutes, but guys, this is heating up. This is heating up. This is getting very interesting. But okay, when you say that they always want to frame Michael for something, you have to think about why. Why is Michael always getting blamed for stuff? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm gonna get into all that. Like I'm gonna talk about everything, but I just hope you guys like if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe. Like I have some content coming out because my connection is so bad. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know. My connection should be amazing. This is like high speed. Hey, this is kind of off. Are you guys seeing these 5G towers popping up around your neighborhoods? I saw like 3 or 4 of those things that weren't there before today. There are 5G towers popping up everywhere. And they look insane. They're so big. I saw like 3 of them today. Exactly. Michael knows something earth shattering. And you know what? You cannot hide the truth. You can't. You can't hide it. So no matter how many times they try to like stifle him, it's not going to work. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here, but I wanted to just come on here and talk to you guys about this movie that Paris is doing. It's called Habit. She's going to play Jesus Christ. This is crazy. Oh, this stuff is just insane. It's so crazy, but we're going to do this. This is going to be truth runs absolutely. Absolutely. So we're gonna have fun with this. This is gonna be great. So I'm gonna hop off of here and I'll have something out for you guys soon. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. I'm sorry if this was like me just understand. I want to say something too. If Michael were to return, you guys have to understand that this person that returns is not going to be the person that left. Michael Jackson, that entertainer, that person is never going to be that person again. That's not who he is anymore. It's not. I'm telling you. And I think people need to understand that entertainer he was, that person, he's never going to be that person again. Thank you. Yeah, after my video comes out, I I'm trying to find a way to be able to like talk to you guys, like have a conversation where we get on and actually like talk. I don't know if Tiny Chat still works. But I would love to have an open forum discussion with you guys. I really want to. I want to have like a host. Maybe I'll open up a tiny chat and you guys can just come in and we can actually. I want to have like a open forum discussion with you guys about this stuff. I really do because I hate being the only person like talking. I want to have an open discussion forum with you guys about this 'cause I think that you guys are like my people. Like you are my people. You are insightful and you see that you guys see I feel so blessed and I feel so humble because I have people that are seeing this clip. I was so afraid if I came back around here that people were going to be so far gone. And even if there's only 20 something of us, I don't care if there's only 5 of us. I feel so humble to have people on this road with me because it is the road of absolute truth and we are going to get to the bottom of this shit once and for all and I'm convinced of this. So I will talk to you guys very soon. I'm going to figure out a way that I can do this open forum after my video comes out and we will start talking, but I love you. Thank you. You guys make my quarantine less boring also. Thank you for your comments. You guys are amazing and I will talk. Go to the Facebook group. You guys are all joining the Facebook group. Talk to each other. Hi, Janice. I'm just leaving right now, but you can listen to the replay. Um, Everyone's coming in now, but I will talk to you all very soon. I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Okay? Stay safe, be safe, and pray and meditate and just it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Truth, you should be very cautious when it comes to this virus, but the least scariest thing that can happen is death. The least scariest thing that can happen. So just hold on and stay strong and all that good shit. Okay. Love you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.